Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to our list of shooters for the Steam summer sale. So I've picked a mixture of first person, third person shooters from different genres, you could say. I've tried to avoid the multiplayer stuff too much and the co-op stuff because I might make a separate video, but I've mentioned one or two here. So we start with Titanfall 2. Now once again I'm mentioning this game purely for its campaign. I'm not aware of the multiplayer right now, like how good it is or how bad it is. It has been bad, I know that, but I don't know if they've done anything to improve it. So buy this game for the single player, and the single player campaign is one of the finest I've played. Set in the future, it's set within the same Apex Legends universe, Titanfall universe, you want to say. And yeah, you have mechs that you can use as well during your combat. You have wall running, lots of cool innovative gameplay mechanics as well, and a fun story. So this is 85% off for the Ultimate Edition, $224 in India, $449, £374, $6 in Canada, $449 in the Eurozone. Now you have all these bundles, different Titans and their paint schemes, etc. This is all included here in the Ultimate version. Next is Metro Exodus. So again, I've mentioned this, so I won't spend too much time here. Great atmospheric game set in a post-apocalyptic Russia, and first two were set in like the underground. This one is a bit more open and you have to go outside, find other survivors. Beautiful looking game, and this is 80% off, $6 for the basic version, but I would recommend the gold version, so get that, which is the complete version, and that is $8, $184 in India, £7, $9.18 in Canada, and €8. Remnant from the Ashes. So this is a game I like personally quite a lot. A lot of people say this is Dark Souls with guns. There is a good bit of customization. There's a bit of procedural generation in the world as well. You can play the full campaign in co-op mode as well. And an interesting sort of mysterious sci-fi setting, different places. I found it to be interesting and different to a lot of games. So this is 65% off, $14, $504 in India, $10.84 in the UK, and $15.92 in Canada. They also have a complete version which includes these two DLCs. High on Life. So this is a newish game, sort of fun FPS style game where some aliens are trying to use humans as drugs, and you have to team up with these talking guns and fight against them. It's got positive reviews, 86% positive, came out in December, so not that old, and looks like a fun game. 50% off, $30, $6.50 in India, $23.24 in the UK, and $34.49 in Canada. So newer game, a bit expensive. Retail price isn't too bad, but yeah, might be worth waiting a little more. Next we have Sniper Elite. So another newish game from last year, came out in May of last year, available on the Game Pass. So if it's too expensive, you can try it out there. So we are back with Carl Fairburn in France this time. So 4 was in Italy. I'm not sure where all the others were because I've only played the first one. But yeah, you are back in France and graphics look pretty good. Usual bullet time, not bullet time, but like slow-mo bullet shots where you get X-ray vision and take out people's eyeballs. So this is now 60% off, $20, $4.39 in India, £18, $22.79 in Canada. Next we have the big granddaddy of shooters, Doom Eternal. So yeah, lots of fun, well optimized game. Graphically looks good too, positive reviews. The only issue with this one is they have like a couple of DLCs and stuff that I don't sometimes understand. So this is the standard version and this is the deluxe version, and I think this includes everything. So okay, let's just focus on this one. $23, $1,055 in India, $19 in the UK, and $13 in Canada. The standard version is $13, $600 in India, roughly $11.54 in Canada. Sorry, $11.54 in the UK. Yes, $11.54 in the UK, $17 in Canada. System Shock 2. So I thought I'll mention another new game on a small sale, but this game has been getting good reviews. Remake of the System Shock game from 1994. So one of the earliest shooter games. They have a remake and it's pretty good so far. And this is on a sale. You also have a demo, so 20% off. Not a big sale, like I said. $32, $17.50 in India, $27.99 in the UK, and $44 in Canada. Next we have a few boomer shooters, sort of and this is ULTRAKILL first, arena shooter, fast paced. These games run very easily, they're quite fun, fast paced. You can see overwhelmingly positive reviews. This one is still in early access, so it's not a huge sale, but still decent. It's 25% off, $1874, $426 in India, so good regional price, $1461 in the UK and $21 in Canada. Next we have a Medieval. This might be the best looking one so far here, and yeah, so another great FPS game with interesting graphics. Look at this. It reminds me a lot of the games from the early days, from the 90s and stuff, but with better graphics, I suppose. Still not like the best graphics for modern standards, but that actually makes it more charming and easier to run. And yeah, this is pretty good too. So this is 50% off, $10, $264 in India, £8, $11.49 in Canada, and apparently you can have RTX on this. And of course you probably saw this coming, Iron Fury, my favorite of the boomer shooters, and this is a pretty good game. Yeah, I like this. You play as Shelly Harrison, Bombshell, and there is a sequel announced. There's also a expansion coming out for this one. I've been waiting for this, but we haven't seen it yet. Aftershock. So this was supposed to come out, I think, got delayed or something. But yeah, so this base game is 60% off, $10, $227 in India, $779 in the UK, $11.59 in Canada. And yeah, this game is less than 100 megabytes and it's still plenty of content in there. So yeah, very good looking game. Next is World War Z. So crazy zombie game, co-op game. I thought I'll mention this in case I don't get around to like a separate video for co-op. But yeah, lots and lots of zombies, different weapons, co-op game up to 4 people, I think. You can play this. Was given away free by Epic. So yeah, pretty crazy game. I have played a little bit of it. It's like Left 4 Dead, third person with a lot of zombies. So this is 40% off, $24, $5.39 in India, $18.59 in the UK, £30 and €24. Regional price is good once again. Now I have a few Warhammer shooters. So Warhammer 40,000 Boltgun. So this is a new one. Thought I'd mention this. Came out just last month. Boomer shooter with a Warhammer theme. Good looking game, and it's got positive reviews so far. 20% off only. I mean, it only came out in May, late May. $17.59, $8.79 in India, $15.19 in the UK and $24 in Canada. Regional price isn't great, otherwise I would have bought it. Necromunda Hired Gun. So this is just about positive. Interesting game, very interesting aesthetic. Like they've done the Warhammer thing very well, like big places and factories and stuff like that. So you are in like an under hive top type of city, and you are a bounty hunter, and you have your own dog, and you go on missions to take out targets and things. So yeah, a lot of customization as well of the gun, of yourself, of your dog. You can customize your dog as well, put like metal jaws on him. Very interesting. So yeah, it's not the best game in the world if I'm honest, but it is still fun, and if you're a fan of the Warhammer 40k aesthetic, you'll like this. So 65% off, $14, $5.59 in India, $12.24 in the UK and $19.24 in Canada. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine Anniversary Edition. So this is a popular Warhammer third-person shooter. You play as Captain Titus of the Ultramarines, and you go on a forge planet to protect some important stuff, let's say. And yeah, nice campaign. I played it not too long ago, a few years ago, recently, like 2 years ago. This was also given away free a long time ago, and the sequel to this is finally coming out later this year. So you may want to check this out before you get into that. But yeah, it's a fun action game from like the PS3, 360 era of games, and it has that charm of, you know, just being a good, fun shooter. So 75% off. Now, if I'm honest, the price isn't the best here. It's the anniversary edition, so you get some extras, art book and stuff like that, maybe. And this is $15, $7.50 in India, £10, $17.25 in Canada, and $11.24 in the Eurozone. Then we have a couple of rhythm FPS games. We first have Metal Hellsinger, and I believe this is on a new low. So you shoot with, you have to be in sync with the music in the background to shoot your guns properly, and you get the highest scores. The guns will still fire, but if you get it in sequence, you'll build up a higher score. So you are like a strange creature who's like half demon, half something else, and you go into the depths of hell. Yes, this is hell, even though there's snow here. And you fight and take out the bosses and creatures. So yeah, if you like the good metal music and you play shooters, you'll enjoy this one. So this is 50% off, 600 in India, $15, $12.49 in the UK, 18 in Canada, and 15 euros. Then the other one is a cheaper game, older game, and I like it quite a lot. This is bullets per minute, BPM bullets per minute. So you are a Valkyrie going through Viking hell, and you have to take out the creatures there. Procedure generation, so every time it's different when you die, and it's like permadeath. You may go to like level 6 and then die, and you have to start all over again. Now, I saw somebody in one of the previous videos comment on the saturation here. You can adjust that if it's too bright, if it's hurting your eyes. There is a setting to change this, but they've done this intentionally to give it a unique look. You have different Valkyries which offer you different styles of play, different weapons, and you have like 2 levels each for each of the Viking hells, whatever they're called, Asgard and all the other places, Niflheim, whatever. So I think you have 10 levels in total. You have to take out a boss at the end of each level after like 2 levels. And yeah, if you can get through the end, it's fun. Now this is a bit harder than the previous Metal Hellsinger game because you have to be like completely in sync to shoot, otherwise your gun doesn't fire. So shooting, jumping, reloading has to be in sync. And yeah, I play this occasionally. I really like this game. It gives me a lot of joy, and I just play for a few days, get satisfied, and then move on to play something else. Music and everything works very well with this one. So this is 75% off, 132 in India, $5, 387 pounds, 569 in Canada, 419 in the Eurozone. Now Half-Life. So Black Mesa is the remake of the original Half-Life game, made by a separate company, Crowbar Collective, but with the blessings of Valve, and it is pretty well done, very true to the original game. Only difference here is in the later Zen chapters, they've added a little more to do, basically. Apart from that, they're very faithfully recreated the Half-Life game, and it is a fun game. I have played this and the original as well, so it is pretty good. This is 75% off, $5, 132 in India, so old regional pricing, 374 in the UK, 549 in Canada, 374 in the Eurozone. And of course, Half-Life 2 you can still play, still holds up well graphically, in my opinion, one of the best games ever made. And you can see here overwhelmingly positive reviews, 96% here. And yeah, it's also very, very cheap. So this is 90% off, $1, 48 in India, 85 in the UK, 129 in Canada, and 97 in the Eurozone. Next we have Bright Memory Infinite. So there was a Bright Memory game made by a single person, and that game became so successful that they decided to make a separate full game with a publisher, and this is the result. So this is futuristic, and there's some action elements here, shooting plus weapon combos and things like that. And this is 25% off. It's not a very long game, keep that in mind. I think a couple of hours or something, very short. $15, $3.96 in India, $11.61 in the UK, 17 in Canada, and 12.59 in the Eurozone. Now, I like to mention Doom 3 at every opportunity because Prey from 2006 is not available. And I like that game. I played it earlier in the year, and that game uses the same engine used by Doom 3. Now, this came out in 2004, and this had some groundbreaking new tech for the time, like shadows and lighting and stuff like that. And it's also a little more horrorish in the gameplay compared to the modern Dooms. So this version here, this is the 2012 sort of BFG edition, like a remake, and I believe this new version is on id Tech 5 engine, like the original one is like on id Tech 3. And if I'm not mistaken, if you buy this, you also get the original version of the game. Yeah, so you get the remastered version and you get the original version, so you can try that if you prefer. There's some gameplay elements as well that were different in like the original one. you needed a torch, you need to activate it. In the remastered version, it's already there on your shoulder or something, and it's already always activated, so a bit easier, you could say. So if you want the authentic original experience, you can try the original, which is included in this bundle. So this is 60% off, $4 only, $179 in India, $319 in the UK, and $539 in Canada. And we have Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. Newish game, decent graphics, well optimized, made by People Can Fly. They make these sort of games. They've made Painkiller and the recent Outriders. So I think from Poland, the developers. And this is also very cheap, 90% off, $4, $9.89 in India, £3, $4.54 in Canada, $3.69 in Eurozone. And that's it, 21 shooters. I've tried to mix it up, have some different games here, and I'll probably make one for multiplayer co-op style games, because there are quite a few decent games in that genre now. So I tried not to put those in here. These are mostly single player, as you can see, but a few of them have multiplayer and co-op elements. So yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.